Hello, church. Let's talk about things that are easy to say, but hard to do. And one of the biggest examples of that is trust. Saying I trust you is different from actually trusting people. When we're driving in the car, when we go on a ride, when we're going somewhere, I'm driving. Because I can say all day long that I trust you. I trust you, Nina. You're good, right? But actually, do I really? No, because I'm driving. Like, I'm not getting in the passenger seat while you drive, and there's various reasons for that. But it's really quite funny. But I'm usually driving because I don't really trust other people to drive. I get a little nervous in the passenger seat. Isn't it kind of different when you're riding in the passenger seat versus being in the driver's seat, in control, or feeling like you're in control? See, we say we trust people all day long, but we're actually like, hey, I want to be in the driver's seat. I don't like being in the back seat. I don't like being in the passenger seat. I'm driving. I got this, right? So that's me all the time. Even though I say, yeah, I trust you, Nina. When she's driving, I think she thinks speed bumps are suggestions. So I don't know. I like to drive, right? And yet, one year we went to Orlando, Florida, to Disney World, and I wasn't driving anywhere. I was trusting someone I did not know. I had no idea who it was, actually. An invisible guy in a cockpit to fly me in an airplane way up in the sky. We didn't crash, we got there. But isn't trust like an interesting thing? You trust that the airplane is going to take off, and you trust that it's going to land, and you trust that it's going to do it over and over again, and people fly all the time. Because they trust. We sit in chairs all the time because we trust that, hey, those four pillars that are holding it up are going to hold us as well. And so we sit in the chair all the time. And then it's hard to trust, oh, God, what is going on in my life? I don't see the direction. I don't see where we're going. I don't understand. I want to be in control. I want to be in the driver's seat because this passenger seat, it's not really comfortable. But see, when you're living by faith, you cannot always see the end goal. Sometimes the direction that God is pointing our lives in, it doesn't make sense to us. It just boggles our imagination, our minds, and we're like, why are you sending me in this direction? And yet, in one of the first verses that I memorized as a child in caravans, it says, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. But in all your ways acknowledge him, and he will direct your paths, or he will make your paths straight. And that's in Proverbs 3, 5, and 6. My problem is that I always overthink things. I'm always thinking about things and overthinking them and trying to fix them and trying to make them better. And I want to see what the end goal is going to be before I even step out. And sometimes God, in his divine nature, goes, no, I'm not going to show you the end goal. Do you trust me? Instead of just trusting and saying, okay, let's go. I continuously try to strive to figure out what is the end goal here. Where are we going? Jesus said in Matthew 6:33, but seek first the kingdom and his righteousness, and all these things will be given to you. All these things? What things? All what things? And that's the first thing that comes before that familiar verse that we know that says, don't worry about tomorrow. Don't worry about it. Tomorrow will worry about itself. Today has enough issues on its own. Those are true words. If you don't believe anything else in the Bible, those are true words. Today has enough issues of its own. Don't worry about tomorrow. Worry about what you're dealing with right now, today. And so all these things will be given to you. He's talking about food, shelter, clothes, etc. Too often we're worried about other things when we're not worried about the essentials. And God continues to supply us, and we're worried about where we're going and what kind of house we're going to live in next. And can I afford the PS5 or not? What am I getting for Christmas? We have concerns, we have worries, we're always trying to figure out what to do, and God is saying to you, trust me. It really does. It takes a bit of humility, it takes a bit of courage on our part to really say, I need you, God. I cannot do this on my own strength. I need you right now in this situation, in this moment. I need your strength. I need your guidance in my life. And it takes a lot of faith to say, God, I'm going to stop living out my own understanding and trusting that you're going to guide me in the direction that I need to go in. And I'm going to say, yes, Lord, I'm going to walk in that direction. I'm going to stop trusting in my own abilities, my own strengths, and I'm going to allow you to work. I'm going to allow you to work in me and through me, and I want to work for you. See, it's never about hearing a good sermon on Sunday morning or a good devotional in the middle of the week. You see, the Proverbs 3, 5, and 6 is all about taking the wisdom that is given to you by God and applying it to your life. It's about trusting God fully in the trials and the mess-ups in life and the crazy hecticness. And why, God, are you sending me in this direction? Why, God, are you sending me to this place? Why, God, am I in this situation? What do you have me here for? Stop worrying about the end goal, where the ending lies, what the end goal is for it, and start trusting that God has it all set. He knows what you're going through. He knows what's going on in your life, and he's asking, do you trust me? I remember this story of Peter walking on water. I gotta say, good Peter got out of the boat. Many of us wouldn't have. But he gets out of the boat and he walks toward Jesus by faith. And he keeps his eyes on Jesus as he's walking toward him. And it wasn't until he looked around at all the chaos of life and all the things that were going on and the waves were crashing on, right? It wasn't until he did that he started to sink. Stop looking at all the chaos around you and trust that God has you. He has you right where you are for a very specific purpose, for a very specific reason. Are you trusting God today?